Hey guys, welcome back to the Burnout Pit here at Burnout's Hot Rod Shop. So this is our Fix It Up Friday, and today I will be fixing up a really special pair of pliers. They were owned by my grandfather, and he put an owner's mark on them, put an L for his name, Leo. So they're ones that are near and dear to my heart. He kept them in his car, and I have his car now. So that's what we're going to be fixing up. It's not anything too much because, well, this happened. So yeah, as you can see, when I was picking up stuff for one of my tool hauls, we got all kinds of snow here in the Northeast, and I fell. I slid coming into the garage, and I'm pretty sore. Didn't hurt anything, other than my pride, of course, and I get to show you all you guys the video. But you know, it just has me a little bit sore, so there's not a whole lot that I'm going to be doing, but we'll clean up that pair of pliers. But first, you know, one of the inevitable things when you do this is you've got, you know, as you keep tools, you end up with a lot of stuff that needs to be taken care of. So these are my keep trays. Here we've got Williams, we got Volchek in here, we've got cool things like this guy that I just like, or like a couple of the British things, Ford spark plug wrench. Just things I think are kind of neat, would make good wall hangers, that kind of stuff. This is all Bridgeport. These are all Barcolo Buffalo stuff. Here, Rob, this part's for you, man. You haven't even seen this one get introduced yet. But this box is all Bonnie. One of my viewers, Rob, you're into all this Bonnie stuff, so got a lot of things here you might want to check out. Even this little tiny guy. And then over here, this is all my industrial. So I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna get this stuff put away, and then we'll come back and start taking apart these Wilde pliers that were my grandfather's. All right, guys, got everything cleared off the table. In just a moment, we'll get started on these Wilde pliers that were my grandfather's. But first, I wanted to show you guys a small haul that my wife picked up today. It's from an auction we won last night. This tripod, it's a professional, it's a Velbon VGB-3. It sells for about $90 on eBay. I paid $5 from a local auction for it. These work great if you're YouTubing. And then this back here was another $6 lot. We've got a snap-on 1/2-inch line wrench. We've got a Williams double open, looks like it's a 3/8 and 5/16. Picked up this adjustable S wrench. It's a Robinson. This thing is really nice. We may save that one for another Fix It Up Friday, see what we can do with it. And the last piece of that lot, this is a Kendall advertising piece. So you can read that, Kendall. It's from the late 40s, early 50s, and probably became illegal at some point in the 50s whenever switchblades did, because it's a straight blade knife with no safety or no anything else. So kind of neat. This will go in my advertising drawer with advertising screwdrivers and a few other ad pieces that I've got. Kind of cool. The reason I looked at this one is I really wanted the Robinson, because I haven't picked up any of these adjustable S wrenches. Then to see the Williams, the snap-on, and the cool Kendall piece to go along with it, couldn't pass it up. So I'll get this cleared up, and we will jump on these Wildies. You can see they got that L right there. My grandfather went by Leo, and he would put an L on his stuff. This ran around in his 71 Lincoln Mark III. All right, guys, let's get these Wildies apart and get them cleaned up a little bit. To do that, I debated using an F wrench I have, but I'm going to use this Proto 710. This is one, I think you guys may have seen it in one of my tool hauls. I cleaned it up. This thing looks like brand new. So it's the 710 Proto Professional 10-inch. I do have my microphone on. I did actually bring it down and wear it today. And I am using the tripod that you saw me, that I showed you guys in the tool haul. That tripod, if you're in the need of something like a tripod, check your local auctions. That tripod on eBay sells for $90. I got it for $5. The other tripod that I used to film that's a little bit taller, it's about, gosh, I don't know, 6.5 feet. I think it'll go up 6.5 to 7 feet tall. I got it for $5 as well, and it's another professional that sells for $169, I think, on eBay. These things always want to fight you a little bit. Just be gentle. You don't want to strip them. I stripped one the other day that I was doing, but it was really boogered up on the end, and I tore the last 2 threads or so off the post. There was no real other way around it. But you don't have to go in and manhandle them. Just ease it out. Let's see. This one, it's mushroomed a little bit. There, we got it. Next, we'll get into all this junk here with the wire wheel. Get that cleaned up. Definitely leave his name right there. The junk and the crust that's on these off of here. Okay, so next up, take these rags off. We are going to get these pieces in a Ziploc bag. Put a little deoxy in there. We've got the big boy here up to temperature. I've got, as you can see, can't really see the discoloration in there. I've got a group of tools inside right now, swimming in degreaser. One more round for them, they should be good. So in the meantime, fill this up with DXC. And I have never done the DXC in a Ziploc bag inside a machine, because I've always just had the small machine. So we're going to give this a trip. Evacuate some of the air. Now that you can see, because the bottle's in the way, make sure we don't have any leaks. Go through this again. I'd recommend using a freezer bag, especially if you're like me and you're using the Aldi version. I've got this at 60 degrees C. Set that back over there. Wipe up its little chemtrail. We don't need chemtrails. Grab the lid again, put it back on, and we'll turn this thing on for 30 minutes and see how it does. I'll turn it on. I'm not gonna make you guys sit here and watch this for half an hour. I'm not even gonna watch this for half an hour. I'm probably gonna go upstairs and eat dinner. All right, guys. So it looks like the ultrasonic is done. I've had my dinner. Belly's full. Let's see what we got going on in here. Hey, look, no leaks. That's always a plus, right? It's just the dirty water. Sorry about that. Look over here real quick. Once I get this open, I'm going to dump this into a bin I have that I do my large tools in. And I'm almost off camera for you guys. If we take the 60 degrees Celsius water, or Celsius deoxy, we dump it into the room temperature. Then they're a lot easier to handle. Put this lid back on real quick, because we don't want to spill it. That bin is a really nice, handy piece to have. It's holding about 1.5 gallons of deoxy. And I could easily put probably 3 gallons in it if I wanted to. 1.5 gallons covered what I needed to cover. I paid $1 for that bin at my local restore. Again, that's one of those times, watch your restore. Each one prices things differently. So the restore I got that at, it was $1. At a restore 20 minutes down the road, it was $5 for one of those same bins. Let's bring you guys down a little bit. Loosen up this tripod a little bit. There we go. Just want to dry all this deox off of here. You can see being in the deox, got a lot of black. The rust was coming through. So I'm just going to take this over to the wire wheel. I did pull, you saw me was trying to fit another screw. These Wildes have a really small screw. I've got a couple different Chinese ones I've tried, and the posts all are larger, so they won't fit in the Wilde pliers. It does get in there. I just don't like the way that it grabs. I remember the last time I messed with this, thinking I'm gonna have to have a different screw the next time, and I didn't have one at that time. So I still don't have one. Granted, that was 30 years ago, and I forgot. So this might get loud. But I had, I think, dropped this somehow. I did something. And I got a piece of wire wrapped around it. And I had an adjustable wrench. I think I needed the pliers to take a hose clamp off. Yeah, so that way it goes just fine. So, there we go. Works just like it should. Still have my L's on it for Leo. Handles are nice and clean, everything's oiled up. Get a more quick wipe down. Yeah, I got some sort of piece of wire stuck in it. And I had to take it apart. And I had to fight this thing then too. My grandpa let me use it. I mowed lawns for him. Well, my grandma had a beauty shop. So I mowed lawns for her customers while they were getting their hair done. And I had that problem, so I went over and picked up these pliers. Just kind of cool, you know, looking and thinking, my grandfather was born in 1907. He passed away in 1993. And he used these, like I say, he kept them in his tackle box. He kept them in his 70, I think, 69 or 70 Ford truck. And his 71 Lincoln ended up being in there. And then when I inherited the Lincoln, these were in the glove box. I took them out, I keep them in my desk, and every time I need a quick go-to pair of pliers, these are the ones, because they remind me where I came from. All right, hope you guys enjoyed the cleanup, little refurb on these. I don't want to go taking any of the marks out or anything else, because that's my family history and my history in there. You know, thinking my grandpa banged them around, I banged them around, my dad banged them around. They've been through a lot. So I try not to get rid of that kind of stuff, just because it, you know, gives me something to look at and say, hey, yeah, my grandpa did that. But I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. Remember to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. The algorithm will show you a video that it thinks you're going to like next. It'll pop up here in one of the corners. So watch it, enjoy, and we'll see you next time. I'm Burnout. I love you, and there ain't nothing you can do about it.